Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiteboard Finance. My name is Marco and I'm here to help you master your money and build your wealth. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how I'm going to build a $1,000 a month passive income dividend retirement portfolio. So this is going to be going on in my SEP IRA, putting my money where my mouth is, and hopefully we can create a journey for everyone to follow along with. So without further ado, I'm going to get into exactly how this is going to work. It's going to be interactive and it's going to be awesome for the community and for the people that follow my channel. Stay tuned. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. My mission is to start a portfolio that reaches either $100,000 or actually the main goal is to reach $1,000 a month in passive income in my retirement. So I'm 32 years old at the time of this recording. I was born in December of '87. Old as hell, not that old, not that young, not middle-aged, have some experience, lived through the crash. You get the story, okay? So a little bit of best of both worlds. This is all about investing for my retirement. So you're probably saying to yourself, Marco, there's a million other YouTubers doing this. Why are you just blatantly copying them? First of all, I'm not copying them. I had this in plans for many months. I actually recorded this video about a month and a half ago. Deleted it because I wanted to talk to my accountant on how to best strategize to do this properly. So instead of putting my money in a public account like most YouTubers are doing, I am putting $1,000 a month, or actually $230 a week, into a SEP IRA in M1 Finance. So if you saw my M1 Finance review video from last week, thank you. This is what I was alluding to in that video. And if you're looking for free training on M1 Finance, check out the link in the description below. So what I'm going to be doing is contributing this money to give me a passive source of income in retirement, because I am 32. I don't think Social Security is going to be there, and there's definitely no more pensions. You know, I don't even know if my wife's pension is going to be there. So what I want is a dividend portfolio that is going to pay me a certain percentage in dividend yield as I get older. So whether the stocks go up or down, I don't care, as long as those companies are blue chip companies that can consistently pay my dividend in retirement. Now, the fun part about this video and this whole project that's going to be years long, knock on wood, as long as my channel is still popular and in business and making me enough money to where I can do this, I'm going to have a weekly poll on YouTube in the community tab. So if you take a look at my screenshot right here, you click on the community tab, there will be a poll where you can actually vote on the stocks that I will be investing in within my M1 Finance pie within my actual retirement account. Now, the point of this is because I want to get my audience engaged. I don't want you just sitting there mindlessly like sheep with some guy in front of the camera saying, buy stocks, they're on sale, big crash. No, that's not the point of this channel. The point of this channel is to follow me along, but I'm going to be providing you with stocks that I think are going to be a good value, and it's up to you to convince me, A, with voting, B, with your investment thesis in the description, in the comments section, as to why I should choose those stocks. The people with the most votes and also the most compelling arguments, I will make that a percentage of my M1 Finance pie, which I will show you later in this video. Number 4 is why. Why is because I want to turn this into a series. Maybe it'll be twice a month, maybe it'll be once a month. The polls are going to be every week, but I don't plan on creating an update video every week. That would be annoying. Basically, what I want to turn this into is basically me recapping what has been going on in the markets over the past couple weeks or since the last time I recorded that video. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know I have a lot to say about the markets. Same thing on Twitter. I don't necessarily do it that much on this channel just because I don't want to turn this into the next stock investing channel, because there's a million out there. I want to keep this more holistic, but investing is obviously a big portion of what I do and also what I studied in college and worked in my entire career. Finally, criteria. I'm going to be giving you a list of my investment criteria, which I'll be talking about right now. Okay, so this is going to be my investment criteria moving forward. Obviously, these are not set in stone. I may bend these just a tad. However, these are pretty lenient to start. So, very simple. The company has to have proven 10 plus years of dividend increases. So you're getting into your dividend aristocrats, your dividend champions. These are companies that have risen or increased dividends for 10 years, 25 years, 50 years. like the 3Ms of the world, or the Duke Energies, if you will. This to me shows that the company is solid. It's not just a flash in the pan company that has, a great 2-3 year run and then all of a sudden it's lackluster. These are companies that have proven time and time again that they have the ability to pay dividends, meaning that they've historically outperformed other stocks. Number 2, the dividend payout ratio is less than 60%. I should have put a little asterisk right there because there are companies that I'm currently invested in my M1 finance portfolio that are much higher than this. However, those are going to be like your Altrias of the world or your utility companies of the world. These are companies that are able to pay out a significant dividend payout ratio. Number 3, PE ratio is less than 25. Most of you already know this. PE ratio is simply price to earnings ratio. Typically, you want this to be under 20, even 20 is kind of pushing it. The reason I chose 25 is because we've been in a ridiculous 10.5-year bull market, a lot of money printing, a lot of expensive stocks. So I figured there's some companies that are still considered blue chip companies, even though they are a little bit pricey at higher PE ratios. I did want to catch them that are 25 and under, okay? But this is still not crazy by any means. Finally, I want to have a history of earnings increases. Typically, you look at least a decade. However, I'm going to keep this probably anywhere from 5 to 10 years. I'm not going to pigeonhole myself. So again, a history of earnings increases over a 10-year period. So I need to show you what M1 Finance looks like. I'm going to show you what my screening criteria is in depth. And I'm also going to show you what my portfolio is currently throwing off in terms of dividends per year. So without further ado, let's get to the trusty laptop. Okay, so let's get right into it, everybody. And by the way, the reason I'm dressed up is because my wife went shopping, and when your wife goes shopping, you have to wear the clothes she buys. If you don't, you will be in the doghouse. Just a pro tip for everyone. All right, real quick, here is a dividend screener if you guys are interested in getting involved in dividend stock investing. This is the criteria that I created. Dividend yield over 2%. The reason I did that is because I want to keep up with inflation. Payout ratio less than 60%. 3-year average dividend growth, I did over 1%, even though I probably should be shooting for over 2. Again, you want to make sure that you're keeping up with inflation. Basically, consecutive years of dividend growth, at least 10 years, and I'm sorting by PE ratio. So this website, MarketBeat, will shoot out a bunch of different stocks. So over here, you have the dividend yield, you have the payout ratio, you have the 3-year growth, and you have the PE ratio. So again, my criteria was to stay under 25 price to earnings ratio, and you can see all the different stocks that you have here that are showing up in this screener. Now, if we take it to M1 Finance, this is actually pretty hilarious. So I've been investing in the market since 2006, and I've never gotten my teeth kicked in this much since about 2007, 2008. So this is nothing. This minus 11% return. You have to realize I started this pie literally on February 11th, and then Marcus decided to take a crap about a week and a half ago. Shout out to my coronavirus video if you guys haven't seen that. This video is probably going to get demonetized now just for saying that. So this negative 11% return, not even worried about it, not even phased. Again, because this is a dividend portfolio. I'm only worried about the quality of the stocks in the portfolio and if they have the ability to pay those dividends over time. Period. I don't care if they go up 1,000,000%. I don't care if they go down 1,000,000%. It's all about the dividends that they pay. Obviously, I say that tongue in cheek. You obviously want to make sure that your appreciation and your principal is not getting killed. However, it is all about producing that $1,000 a month and more. So you can see here that the premise of this is going to have different weights. And if you're not familiar with M1 Finance, check out the free training in the description below. A bulk of my portfolio is going to be 3 Vanguard ETFs. I have the Vanguard Real Estate, basically their REIT ETF. I have their Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF, and then I have their long-term corporate bond ETF. You can see here that this is the only thing in the portfolio that didn't get crushed last week. And then what I'm going to do is when I have that poll in the community tab, these are all different stocks that I will be investing in and making a 1% slice of my pie. Make sense? Great. Let's move on. Now, this is a pretty useful website, simplysafedividends.com. Not being compensated by them. I actually pay for them, to be honest, to have this service, but I figured why not start now? So what this website does is you basically put in your portfolio. As you can see here, these are all my different holdings, and they will actually break down everything for you. The price, the weight of your portfolio, the market value, gain, loss, dividends, all that good stuff. They have their own metrics such as dividend safety yield. I'm not sure if you can see this, if my face is covering it up. And they also have dividend growth. And they have the amount of annual income you're making based on all this. So I could have easily recreated this in a spreadsheet that I made of my own, but it's pretty cool because you can actually click in here and it'll show you what your annual projected income will be because it knows when all the upcoming payments are. So these numbers are all very small right now. That's because I literally just started the portfolio about 3 weeks ago. So when I have that $230 every week going into this retirement fund, this number is only going to get bigger, and hopefully this annual income will get to the point of $1,000 a month. Now, if you look at my overall dividend yield, you can see here that it's roughly 2.97%. So my calculator is not going to show up on the screen, so I just have to verbalize this for you, or I can go into Microsoft Excel. But basically, if this portfolio grows to $100,000, the math is very simple. You just multiply that $100,000 by, let me go back to here, 2.97%, so 0.0297. And that's going to give you annual dividends of $2,970. Now that's annual. If you divide that by 12, you're at $247.50 a month, which means that I'm going to need about 400 grand in this portfolio. However, fear not, that's the power of stocks going up over time. So dividend stocks have historically kept up and actually beat the S&P 500 over time, and that's not counting the dividends that have been reinvested. So if you reinvest the dividends, that number will get pretty high pretty quickly over the course of time. And when I say pretty quickly, this is me investing $1,000 a month, which in the grand scheme of things, is a big chunk of change. However, it's not, I'm not going to go broke or, start eating ramen noodles every night because of it. And you're investing into your retirement, okay? So that way, you're not banking on necessarily appreciation or depreciation of the value of the stock price. You're just investing in companies that are blue chip companies that have historically proven that they can pay out this dividend, period. So just to recap, you guys, I will be creating a series out of this. Again, I'll probably be posting every couple weeks or maybe once a month, updating what the market's been doing, talking about the things that are going on in the headlines, also talking about things that the mainstream media isn't talking about. And I'm going to peel back a bunch of layers of the onion when it comes to central banks, the Federal Reserve, interest rates, where our economy really is going. And it's not going to be a salesy, corny kind of a series. It's going to tell you the pros and the cons, not just the guy saying, buy stocks and use my affiliate link down below. But really though, use my affiliate link down below. If you got value out of this video, I hope to provide value on this journey. Again, this is a long-term journey. This is not going to be a get rich quick in 1.5 years kind of a thing. So hope to provide value, putting money where my mouth is in my own SEP IRA retirement account, and share this video with one friend if you got value out of it. Thank you so much. Have a prosperous day.